Okay, we do quite a bit of this at A2, proving identities. Okay, so the triple equal sign means that this is true for all angles A. So what I need to do, not what we normally do, is we start with one side that we think we can work on, and we transform it until it equals the other side. Okay, occasionally we could start with each side and work towards a middle point, but that can be really confusing. So ideally what you're going to do is start with either the left hand side or the right hand side, and it has to be the side which you can move in a clear simplifying direction with. So you normally start with the more complicated side and you simplify it. Okay, so this has only got one kind of thing on it, this has got two things combined, so I'm going to start with this and simplify it. Now, what should I turn this into? Well, I think the first thing that draws my eye is sec A. The only thing I know about sec A is that it is 1 over cos A, because the third letter is C. Alright, so it looks like turning that into an equivalent form might be good. Now, doing the same thing with cot A, I've got a choice, remember. With cot A, yes, it does equal 1 over the tan, but always consider the other possibility, which is that it is cos A over sin A. And it's that one I need, because I've already turned this into something involving cos A. I didn't have a choice. So therefore, and this is going to have sin A in it, in fact. So this one here, rather than having it in terms of tan A, not very helpful, having cos A over sin A, look how simple that makes my life. So I don't mean equals to, I mean cot A times sec A. So this is cot A, this is sec A. And what's good is to say that I'm working with the left-hand side. So if I start with the left-hand side and I transform the left-hand side and I end up with something which I can say equals the right-hand side, then I will have finished. So what happens here? Well, I can multiply the tops of the fractions. I'm multiplying fractions. Cos A times 1 is cos A. On the bottom, I've got sin A times cos A. And I can see, I possibly could have seen here, I can see that cos A, I can divide the top by that and get a 1, and I can divide the bottom by that and get sin A times 1. So I'm going to end up with 1 over sin of A. But what does 1 over sin A equal? Well, it's the reciprocal of a trig function, so it's got a special name, and its special name will be the one that has an s in third place, which is cosec of A, which of course is my right-hand side. Okay? So I started with the left-hand side, I've worked it through nicely, I've ended up with the right-hand side. Okay, so I can now just ram the point home. I can say, therefore, the left-hand side equals the right-hand side, or I can write out the identity. You must have a concluding step where you say, aha, I have proved this, and it has to be convincing that you have. Okay, so that's how to set out identities.